what do you say we finally, after much delay, much time passed, move on to the next track, different class, Pulp. We're listening to Sorted for Ease and Wizz. I can't even tell you what that title could possibly be in reference to, but we're moving on to the next track here, different class. I hope that you guys are doing well. Apologies for the space, for the delay, for the time between us continuing on. But let's go ahead and continue on from where we left off. Hope you guys are doing well, having a nice day out there, feeling the sunshine shine down upon you. Here we go. Live studio audience.
Oh, is this the way they say the future's meant to feel? Or just 20,000 people standing in a field? And I don't quite understand just what this feeling is. But that's okay, cause we're all sorted out for reason with.
Like that glasses.
And tell me when the spaceship lands, cause all this has just got to mean something. Oh. In the middle of the night, it feels alright, but then tomorrow morning, then you come down. Oh yeah, the pirate radio told us what was going down. Got the tickets from some fucked up bloke in Camden Town. Oh, and no one seems to know exactly where it is. But that's okay, cause we're all sorted out for reason with. At 4 o'clock the normal world seems very, very, very
kind of
far
Beatles-esque.
away.
That other part.
Right. In the middle of the night, it feels alright, but then tomorrow morning, then you come down. Just keep on moving.
Hey. I like how squirmy that synth is.
Everybody asks your name, they say we're all the same, and now it's nice one, keys up. That's as far as the conversation went. I lost my friends, I dance alone. It's 6 o'clock, I wanna go home. There's no way, not today. Makes you wonder what it meant, and this hollow feeling grows and grows and grows and grows. And you want to call your mother and say, Mother, I can never come home again, cause I seem to have left an important part of my brain somewhere in a field in Hampshire. Alright,
We'll find it.
in the middle of the night, it feels alright, but then tomorrow morning, then you come down. Then you come down. What if you never come down?
This feels like an anthemic track from the band's, not even just because of the live audience sounds that we have cheering and cooling throughout the track in the beginning and the end, but it feels like that kind of party anthem, but with a little bit of a thought coming in after. I haven't we have to look at the lyrics as a whole, but at least in the chorus and from what it seems like he's kind of talking about, riding a certain high, perhaps outperforming for live audiences and, just out on a good time. But then what happens after all that? Then you're left with the down part, not even the after party. I mean, after the after party. And I like how vocally and in the chorus, we end with that very catchy and yet so soft. Ooh, ooh. I like how that part, to me, is the catchiest part of this particular track, the ending of that chorus and the part that brings it down. And he even says, like, what will you do if when you come down, basically. So I really like that aspect. And the song, while it definitely feels more modern compared to what I'm going to say, to me also has a very clear Beatles kind of influence, especially at one point when he kind of harmonizes with himself. And we get an effect almost like the second vocal line is singing through a bullhorn or something, but very distant. I like that because it's something that the Beatles would often do. And so, at least in that respect, and perhaps in another way, I feel like there's something of an influence there. And I also really like that glassy synth line and melody that is played throughout this track. It kind of adds a nice, clear kind of, glassy sound to the music, in which it has this anthemic, energetic charge. And that just kind of smooths things over in that particular aspect. Now, obviously, Cocker's singing here. He might be the one handling that synth, since I know that he handles some of that stuff here, but it also could be Candida Doyle as well. I know they're all multi-instrumentalists, and they all do so many different things. Now, when it comes to the title of this track and the subject, I think I got subject kind of, but let's see if we can figure it out from the title. I see there's something at the top, but I ain't reading it just yet. Oh, is this the way they say the future's meant to feel? Or just 20,000 people standing in a field? And I don't quite understand just what this feeling is, but that's okay, because we're all sorted out for ease and whiz. And tell me when the spaceship lands, because all this has got to mean something. In the middle of the night, it feels all right, but then tomorrow morning, then you come down. So it's like they're all in a field waiting for the aliens to come visit them. Maybe literally or symbolically. Let's keep going. Oh yeah, the pirate radio told us to what was going down. Got the tickets from some effed up bloke in Camden town. Oh, no one seems to know exactly where it is, but that's okay, because we're all sorted out for ease and whiz. At 4 o'clock, the normal world seems very, very far away. So I think they're getting sold sold an event that's not quite happening. Everybody asks your name, they say we're all the same, and now it's nice one, geezer, and that's as far as the conversation went. I lost my friends, I dance alone at 6 o'clock, I want to go home, but it's no way, not today, makes you wonder what it meant. And this hollow feeling grows and grows and grows, and you want to call your mother and say, Mother, I can never come home again, because I seem to have left an important part of my brain somewhere in a field in Hampshire. Like he's lost something from this experience, and he feels ashamed. And he says, in the middle of the night, when in the build-up for this event, everything feels good, but then tomorrow morning you come down. But then he asks the question, what if you never come down? Let's read a little bit about this one, huh? Let's dive into this one a bit. Lyrically, it's based on a phrase that Jarvis Cocker overheard at a rave. The song features lyrics examining the hollow and artificial nature of drug culture. Because of its subject matter, the song sparked controversy in the UK, where several tabloids attacked the song. Yeah, but what's the name mean? It was released as a double A-side single, reached number 2 on the UK singles chart, and number 6 in Ireland as well. It was Pulp's second successive number 2 UK hit that year. Cocker explained his inspiration. Sorted for ease and whiz is a phrase a girl that I met in Sheffield once told me. And she went to see the Stone Roses at Spike Island, and I said, what do you remember about it? And she said, well, there were these blokes walking around saying, is everybody sorted for ease and whiz, like ecstasy and weed? I'm assuming that's what that stands for. Yes, and... Okay, I'm wrong on the whiz part. And that's all she remembered about it, and I thought it was a good phrase. Cocker later said of debuting the song live, it just seemed like a totally appropriate place to play it for the first time. It was inspired by his ambivalence towards drugs. He once said that he does not think there's anything big or clever about taking drugs. And he goes on to explain that here. In another song, he said of the song's meaning, it's neither a condemnation nor a celebration of drugs. It's just a factual look. It's about a time when I went to a lot of warehouse things. It was completely different to going to a Roxy discotheque in the middle of town. People were so friendly. Then, of course, you realize that it was mainly because they take loads of drugs and you become disillusioned with it. Describe the song as being about when 1 minute people will be shaking your hand saying, yeah, all right, Yeezy, you're my best mate. And then as soon as the thing had finished, you were trying to thumb a lift off these same people and they'd be like, F off. Gotcha. Now it makes sense. Now the whole thing comes together. The song's lyrical matter inspired drummer Nick Banks' performance on the song. He said, I had the mental image that you were walking towards a rave and you could hear the music. It's quite a low level and your mind can't interpret it right. So it's coming out of a quite different tempo. It appears slower than normal. That's the idea I had in my mind, but whether it comes across, I don't know. I think that's cool. Well, I didn't think about that, but it was cool how he was inspired specifically with the way he approached the drums and kind of fitting towards the theme there. I think that's actually really cool. Before the release of the single, the Daily Mirror newspaper printed a front-page story headed Ban This Sick Stunt, along with an article by Kate Thornton that said the song was pro-drugs and this called for the tune to be banned. Thornton was quoted as saying, we wanted to see the sleeve pulled and we thought it was a crusade we would take up single-handedly. I think the sleeve is something that will concern our readers, although it may not concern yours. Pulp agreed to change artwork while continuing to assert that Thornton had misinterpreted the meaning of both the sleeve art and the lyrics. Cocker said, Sorted is not a pro-drugs song, nor where in the sleeve does it say you were supposed to put drugs in here, but I understand the confusion. I wouldn't want anything we do to encourage people to take drugs because they aren't a solution or an answer to anything. And he goes on from there. I think it's a great song. Who's playing the keyboards on this one? It was Candida. Yeah, okay. This one. There's violin in here? I'm deaf. I'm deaf. Maybe. No, that sound was not violin. That was clearly keys of a different sort. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments down below. Thank you as always for being here and showing up, stopping by day in, day out. I appreciate you being here, and I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day. I will talk to you all later. Bye, guys.